like $85 profit. So bad timing, but I'm glad for other people.
Yeah, I've been waiting to know about it. Yeah.
So how much is it? 30.90 now then?
At 1,000 again.
The EVGA was 21.15 US out the door.
Okay.
Oh, there I see a Simhanger livery there. Oh, it gets pink at a distance.
Oh,
weird.
When close up, it's pink as well, but we've got the logo on the tail.
No problem. All the interior of my planes are all pink.
Yeah, it is now, and I've gone close up. I've got the eagle on the tail, feathers of most of the other ones.
Okay, guys, can I interrupt and welcome everybody to the Diamonds over Bristol fly-in event. Thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody on the stream that's joined. You're more than welcome, and don't forget you're always welcome to come and fly with us. Looks like we've got a great turnout today, and we've got a special guest, and that's Joe from PilotPlus. Joe, welcome to the stream.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Joe. Welcome, Joe.
Joe.
For those of you that don't know who Joe. For those of you that don't know Joe, he's with PilotPlus. PilotPlus is airport scenery designer of some fair repute. I think it would be fair to say PilotPlus are recognized as being one of the best, if not the best, producer of airport sceneries. And Microsoft Flight Simulator wasn't the first sim, I don't think, that you used to develop or still do for X-Plane, Joe?
Yeah, not as much recently. Obviously, the big shift into Microsoft Flight kind of taken everyone. So yeah, but we did start with X-Plane and DJ, right? So I'm not sure if many people use X-Plane currently on the stream today, but we started with X-Plane 10, moved into 11. Obviously, 12 is coming out soon, which is going to be exciting as well. We've also made airports for P3D and now Microsoft Flight Sim for the past 2 years.
Yeah, and our route today, guys, is no coincidence. Southend, Booker or Wickham Air Park, Oxford and Bristol are all PilotPlus airports. And at the end of the stream, we're going to have a random draw, and you'll have an opportunity to win one each of these airports. So something to look forward to.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
Joe, if I'm right, there's another airport in the works. Can you tell us about it?
There is, yeah. So you may have seen online the previews of Biggin Hill. So it's quite a large project actually, because we don't want anything to be missed. So we're really spending the time to make sure that everything's perfect as it can be and is accurate. For ready for release. We're still quite a few weeks away at the moment, but things are progressing nicely. So it's quite a big project. We've been working on it for quite a while now. So we've been working with airport management. So we went there back last year. Actually, I think it's the kind of September last year time we went back to Biggin. And airport management were great. We had a helicopter tour around the airfield and kind of showing all the ins and outs of all of the areas. So our reference material was quite extensive. So it's taken us a while to make sure that everything is in there. But that'd be great. There's pictures on our website if you want to go check out what we've got so far.
That's fantastic news. I've been waiting for that. Can you go inside Shipping and Airlines hangar and see my plane, please?
The Shipping and Airlines hangar is done. I remember, that was one of my assets assigned to me, so I made that one. It's interesting building. It's very quite unique. I think it's in the midst of everything being renovated around that area with the Bombardier hangars and things like that. But, yeah, I'm not sure if that will be open yet, but obviously the Heritage hangar and Spitfire, that's a great area too.
Fantastic news, thank you.
No, that is great. So. Okay, guys, so our first leg today is from Southend, where we are, and it's a heading of 284 degrees. It's a 21 nautical mile leg, and should take us 10-15 minutes. So we can more or less all stay together, because I see we're in a variety of different aircraft. If we can plan to cruise at around about 140, 145, that would be great. And we're going to go on to Echo Golf Sierra Golf, which is Stapleford. It's a touch and go, runway 21 left. It's a hard surface. Altitude is 185. And our initial climb out recommended, it's up to you what you want to do, guys. I'm going to be climbing to 1500, and you have the option to also set the time. Now, I did say in my brief set it to 3 o'clock, but it may be actually better if you set your time, if you want to 4 o'clock. Okay, so we are ready to rock and roll. Joe is only joining us on voice today. He can't fly with us because of our immense piloting skills. Or perhaps he didn't want to be associated with our antics. So let's head out, guys. Let's go for it. So we take off and turn on 284, climb 1500. Let's head to Stapleford, and it's a touch and go.
And we're on West Europe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody, so I'll have to catch up after I figure that out.
What you may find is once you take off, it'll all come together.
Okay.
What end of the runway are you guys?
The far end.
Westerly.
Make sure you're set to
Runway
all players.
23.
Runway
23.
23.
Right.
This end.
You leading us out, Mark?
No, I'm going to be one of the last off. I'm just having a quick chat to the people on the stream. Walter Bergman.
Hey, can I get a mic check,
welcome.
please?
Mic check. Mic check.
Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. Hudson, hey, great for you to join us. No problem. Maybe you can catch us on the next one.
Readability 5.
Right. Time for me to get going. You'll see some Simhanger liveries here, which are free on the Discord, guys. Throttle to full.
I lost everybody as soon as I took off. Actually, as soon as I rolled. Oh, there you
Same, same here.
Yeah, I've done the same with me, but as soon as you get up in there, everybody comes back.
Yeah, you're all
Hang in
behind me
there.
now.
It is a swarm.
I'm up. Flaps up and gear up.
This looks gorgeous when I see back from my Warrior.
The Warrior. It's a great plane. Great aircraft.
I mean, the fleet looks gracious.
Anybody on the flight from this area? Was the weather actually this beautiful today?
Yep.
It's been
Yeah,
absolutely
gorgeous.
gorgeous in the UK. Yeah,
It was a great.
Yeah.
we'll
was
be
a lovely
flying about
day.
15 miles from my home.
Oh, nice. I think we actually got to 14 degrees today, double figures.
My
Yeah.
God.
We're all flying live weather, are we?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
With the port, yeah.
Live weather's a bit very hazy.
Don't you have to go live time if you go live weather?
No, you can do separate.
Oh.
Must admit, live weather and a few clouds are almost identical, minus the haze.
I'm using REX Weather Force and AccuSeason.
I'm following the A127 and the...
Hey, Spocky. Thanks for joining us. You're house sitting. Oh, dear. You don't have your sim, mate. Daniel Collin, welcome to the stream. If you go to the Simhanger Discord, link in the notes below. All the details are there, my friend.
Flight Sim and all the other ones. Is there much changes in the software between each platform that you're programming for?
Yeah, quite considerably actually. It depends. I mean, at the end of the day, the 3D assets themselves kind of stand alone. So you have the models and all the textures. In theory, you can kind of export them different ways. If you want to go to X-Plane, P3D, or if you want to come to Microsoft Flight. Microsoft Flight's more similar to P3D than anything really. But in terms of kind of airport configuration, all of the elevation, frequencies, all of that type of stuff, that's kind of completely different per simulator. What we try and do to cut down on development time, if we're going to make an airport which is going to go in multiple places, we'll actually think about that from the start, and anything we do, we'll make sure it kind of goes in both directions at the same time, if that makes sense. So if we were making an asset, we would kind of send it into Microsoft Flight and maybe say into P3D at the same time. But the user base for the other simulators is kind of dropped at the moment with Microsoft Flight, so we're mainly focusing on that one.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah. There's one place I love flying from. I mean, nobody's ever going to do a custom airport for it because it's probably not very popular, and that's in Kefalonia. But I was wondering, like scenery and things like that, how complicated it is to actually program something. And I did look into it briefly using the SDK, but it seems very, very complicated.
Yeah, I mean, it depends which bit. Some things are a lot more complicated than the others. Lots of it is mostly artist skills, really. So 3D painting and that type of thing. I think when it comes to aircraft development, then there's more programming involved if you're making custom avionics and things like that. The scenery is very much like an art piece, more so than programming. And there's a lot of work that happens before it even goes into the simulator. So all of the renders that you see of assets that get put online. Going back to the begin example earlier, it might be the picture of the ship in an airline's building, and that exact building is not even in the simulator, but it's is rendered out in a different 3D painting program. And so there's a lot that goes on before it gets to the simulator.
I guessed as much. I have trouble with stickmen, to be honest with you, Joe, so I've got no chance.
Yeah. But Joe, I think what a lot of people don't realize about PilotPlus, it's not just airport scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator that your company does. You're involved in business applications as well.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, so there's kind of the split between the two at the moment. We've got obviously the airports for Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's kind of like a nice artistic type project, and we also make virtual reality applications for enterprise. So some medical training apps and things like that we make in VR, and that a lot of that is programming. That's kind of, it reminds me, I guess, more of aircraft development if you were going to compare it to flight simulation, where is if you making a VR app is pretty much 90% coding and
Daniel would be very welcome to join us, my friend.
Nice interactions in VR. Obviously, with the new update in this simulator, you can actually grab things now. X-Plane's implementation of VR is quite good as well, so you can grab the throttle and push it forward. But all of that takes a lot of coding work. So yeah, we do some of that as well. There's a bit of a balance between both.
Mark, did you say runway 10 at Stapleford?
No, I didn't. Runway 21 left.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So what you want to do as we get close to Stapleford, you want to just fly to the left a little bit, keep the airport on your right, and then turn in for final.
Is it just touch and go, this one?
This is just touch and go, yeah.
Mark, I cheated earlier and landed down there and had a quick look. I see there's a Hurricane, not Hurricane, a Hawk, yeah, Hurricane, sorry, a World War II Hurricane parked on the, I don't know if that's a static one, I think it is. I don't know what the significance of that is, but quite strange markings on it too. So as you fly by, maybe you can have a little quick look and see if you can identify what the markings are on it, what country of origin.
Do you have add-on scenery?
No.
Oh, so
No,
it's there by default.
Yeah, it's a Hawk Hurricane of some type, but I don't recognise the insignia, the badge on the side. It's not Royal Air Force. Maybe it's Hungarian or something. I don't know.
Well, Stapleford, of course, was an RAF base, like most of the airports in the UK, and Stapleford was where Johnny Johnson, who was one of the top RAF scoring pilots, that's where he was trained, and Stapleford was a big training area.
Maybe there's a connection. Actually, it's a star. So maybe it's an American. Maybe it's some kind of American background to it.
Are we on 2-1 or 0-3, guys?
2-1.
2-1.
Okay, so we turn right in the left-hand circuit, yeah?
Yep. No, in fact, that's wrong. It's a left-hand circuit.
Oh, someone sounds like they're suffering.
Don't forget to drop your undercarriage as well.
I've been doing that all day, buddy. Don't worry.
I'm down and welded.
Oh, I'm getting icing.
Has anybody purchased the Just Flight textures and signage add-ons? I just wondered if has anyone had any problems with them, and
No.
if Joe's on, would that affect his airport scenery?
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that release. What was it? Just Flight.
Just Flight. They're doing USA and Europe signage and textures.
Oh yeah, I know the site, the taxi signage.
Taxiways, yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm not sure if that conflicts or not. I have a feeling for our airports it probably will. So we put down custom taxi signs at the airport because that way we can control, how the backlighting of the and the cast onto the ground on the grass and everything. So you'll probably get a mixture of both, I imagine.
Yeah.
So it'll be the ones, ours ones and that pack. Any scenery that uses Microsoft's default signs, it will probably replace them.
Right. Okay. I was just worried I'd have problems because my PC's crashed recently, and I thought it was something to do with that. And I've been told by other IT skilled people, a shark is one of them, that it's possible that they're conflicting with third-party add-ons. So I'm a little bit reluctant to put them back on now.
Guys coming in for touch and go here. Soaring Guy, nice touchdown.
Thank you very much.
Mac Overdrive coming past.
Yep.
Is somebody in a Hawk?
Night shift is down. Rare and Tuna. There's your touch and go. Moser is doing multiple touch and goes.
Hugh.
Iron Frog, nice.
Can we detour and fly under Tower Bridge?
Well, you can if you want to, but we're going shortly be going to Wembley Stadium.
Generally speaking, if you try and fly under Tower Bridge, you tend to crash into it for some strange reason.
Yeah, I found that too.
You can't actually fly under it, weirdly.
It's the same with most bridges. If you don't have crash detection off, it's almost...
Just to those on the stream, apologies for the rather dodgy landing. But I wanted to get down so I could film some of the touch and goes. But let's get away now. So so we don't get too far left behind. Gear up, flaps up.
Check what you've got switched
We gaan nu trouwens over dat gebied waar die vrouw woont in Engeland. Dat is van je moeder. En de bovenlangs. En de bovenlangs. Ja.
So did I understand right, you're not only involved in development of sceneries, but also into development of aircraft models?
Not aircraft, no. So for Microsoft Flight Sim, it's just scenery and airports. And then aside from Flight Sim, it's VR apps.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
You're working on Biggin Hill. Are you working on an up-to-date, completely up-to-date, or are there tinges of the old Biggin Hill just for posterity? Or how do you work on airports that are generally not what they used to be 30 years ago?
Yeah, it's quite an interesting decision you have to make. At Biggin Hill at the moment, there's lots of new hangars, going up. There is most notably there's a
Bristol Steve. You've just joined, that's great. Ah, Hudson. Ah. So there was an accident at Stapleford with a Hawker Hurricane Mark 1 in 1940. So it's possible it's a homage to that. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, we've had plans of the area and the car parks and the building and stuff. So I'll try our best to visualize what it will be like, even though it's not done yet, just to kind of future-proof it slightly. Okay. But apart from that, everything will be kind of as it is today. It's always awkward when things do change, but we try our best to average out the current to future.
So you've had to close runway 2911, I expect.
Yeah, it Biggin is it's just as it was. We had a helicopter tour. Back last year. That was useful to get as much insight as possible.
Because of course the current Microsoft scenery has still got the old runway 2911 on it.
Oh yeah, it's crashing.
You always get access to the. Oh, sorry. You always get access to the airports. Give you access.
It's difficult, especially with obviously COVID. It's difficult to kind of obviously for everyone to do anything, so it's difficult there to get access. But nonetheless, yeah, it does generally happen. Big Inn were very welcoming actually with that, which was nice. I think the larger the airport gets, the more kind of normally commercialised everything is.
Yeah.
Joe,
when you say you do other applications in VR, is that mainly commercial or is that entertainment as well?
At the moment, it's just commercial at the moment. But there's no reason if something at the right time happens, then it could go down the entertainment route as well. Any ideas that you might?
I saw a program on the TV just the other day, and there was a medical application where the patient was getting to see the inside of their body in 3D and in VR. They all had the VR headsets on, and that was actually incredible.
Yeah, that's
is that the kind of thing you do?
I could do that on a Friday night about 11 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is exactly that. That's what we're doing. So recently we worked on the inside of a lung. So sending a camera feed down into the inside of a lung. All in VR for kind of doctor training. So yeah, it's a wide range of things. From medical to aviation is quite a big jump. But what the core kind of VR concepts can be applied to anything. So if we now like making, I'm not going to say a simulator because that's a giant thing in itself. But making something fun and entertainment related to aviation is certainly possible. There might be something in a few months' time. There's a project we're about to start actually linked to aviation with VR, which could be publicly facing. So we could always put that up online for people to download and have a bit of fun with.
Keep our eyes out for that then.
I'm being buzzed by a Spitfire. Is anybody else?
Yeah, it's me.
It's revenge, mate, for last the other week.
It's the crazy guy from Germany. Who has a fan in his spit.
Oh yeah.
Is that NC Ferrum?
Red Baron.
Exactly.
Ah, welcome. You must be struggling at 140 knots.
Oh, it's no problem for me.
Have you got your flaps down?
If it's going too slow for me, I have some fun. When I had enough fun, I'm still stuffing mad.
Joe, when you guys do an airport, I mean, what sort of time frame typically for, say, something like Southend?
Time frame for development really ranges. I think Southend was about 4 months.
Wow, so it's quite a long lead time.
Yeah, and that was 2 of us full time working. So we've got an office in Bristol. So primarily based. Yes, full time 9 to 5. For about 4 months on 2 people. Waited to Southend.
Is that Wembley that looks like it's got a big arch over it?
That's the very one.
Yep. Exactly.
Now, Wembley Stadium's famous, of course, for football. It's also the home of American football in the UK, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Yes, it is.
And its particular claim to fame, because this is, in fact, a fairly recent addition, 2007, was built on the old Wembley Stadium site, but its particular claim to fame is it has 2,618 toilets, so it's the stadium with the most toilets in the world.
It's a lot of crap, and you
don't
know
need
it.
to know.
That's the best place to be when you've had a curry.
Convenience central.
And despite that, I bet you still can't find a toilet roll.
Spare Square. Hello.
But they sell a lot of beer.
They sure do.
They've moved quite a lot of the NFL games to the new Tottenham Stadium now.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. There were 2 or 3 of them there last year. At the Tottenham Stadium. I think there's one this year at Wembley, and then the other ones are at Tottenham, I think.
Okay, guys, we're heading off now. Once we've passed and overflown Wembley, we're heading off to Wickham Air Park, Echo Golf Tango Bravo, also known as Booker Airport. Course is 280 degrees. It's 20 nautical miles, about 10-12 minutes or so. Now we're landing runway 24 left. So again, keep the airport to your left and then turn in on final on 24 left. Now there's a hard runway at Booker, which is 24, and the grass runway, that's the one we're aiming for, is obviously just to the left of that. So, and you'll be able to see it quite easily as you approach. You'll be able to see the grass runway. And I think Booker Airport was really one of the first airports that really brought a new standard to airports when PilotPlus first put it out, including rain on the tower windows and this sort of thing. So a lot of what other people are doing as standard was brought out by PilotPlus with Wickham Air Park.
You guys are passing Northolt Air Force Base just to your left.
Yep. Visual.
So during the war, that was a Polish, that was a Polish Hurricane base mostly during the war. And now they do lots of flights from there still, but they mainly do the British Forces Postal Service from that airport, and it's fantastic because you can walk pretty much the whole way around this countryside around it, right up to the west of the fence and the wire. So if you're passing, you can get very, very close.
Joe, a question from the stream for you, from Hudson. Yep. He's saying, any plans for Manchester or Heathrow add-ons in the future?
Well, not currently, but never say never. So, well, we'll have to see. I mean, Heathrow would be an absolutely humongous project that would take a very long time, and especially to get it to the detail that we would like it. So, obviously, Manchester is a large airport as well. I think it's primarily we've focused on the south of the UK at the moment, hence why the flight today is a ribbon across, from Southend to Bristol. Mostly, I guess, because we're based in Bristol as well, so it's easy for us to travel around south of the UK to get to locations so we can actually tour these airports and make them as realistic as we can.
Any plans, Joe, to do airports outside of southern England, as it were?
One day it could happen. Yeah, I mean, obviously, just in the UK, south of the UK, even alone, there's many airports. If we have, if we get access to an airport and it's feasible for us to travel, then yeah, certainly it could happen in the future.
Oh, that's great.
Are you also doing sceneries apart from airports?
So mostly airports, and the boundary that we set is quite large. So Southend's boundary, I'm not sure if you've noticed, in the simulator is actually quite large. So the other side of the airport where they have all of the ops and things like that, obviously be fully covered as well. And then beyond slightly, we increase like a radius to make sure we cover everything. And we do that all airports. At Bristol, when we get there later on in the stream, you might see in the distance the Mendip transmission station. So that is miles away from the airport, but we've included that because it's a great VFR landmark. So yeah, we kind of it's a mixture of both, I guess. If the boundary is quite big for an airport.
Yeah, so I've got both, and I go to both quite a lot as taking photographs and things, and they are as close as you're probably going to get it for now. Definitely, they're superb.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I must say, Joe, that on behalf of the Flight Sim community, thank you very much for such great airports, and also, very, very competitive pricing as well. We really do appreciate it.
No, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, and I appreciate that. I mean, we're in the same boat. We love flight simulation, aviation in general, and in making it as realistic as we can.
Yeah.
You know, in the simulator is it's all fun, and yeah, no, it's great. Glad you guys like it as well.
Yeah, your passion and enthusiasm definitely shows through. And I say it pushes the competition, so the standards for us as simmers are just going up and up. It's fantastic. So, as Mark says, thank you very much.
Yeah, here.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
Well, I've just bought Southend, so one down.
It really is a favourite. I think Southend and Bristol are and I'm not just saying this because PilotPlus is our guest today. I think they're my two favourite payware airports at the moment in the UK. Another message, Joe, from the stream from Sparky Sven, which many of us will know.
Oh yeah, good old Sven.
He's saying that it's about time you showed a little love towards Belgium.
Yeah,
nah,
maybe one day.
Be honest.
Why isn't Sparky flying with us?
He's house sitting at the moment, he tells me.
Oh.
So he hasn't got his PC with him, so he'll be like a dog without a bone watching this stream, I guess.
Oh dear,
Walking up and down smoking cigarettes.
A real flight simmer would take their
Give
gear
him
with
away
them.
from all of us. He'll still find a way to crash.
Hey,
particularly.
He could have used his.
Do all that from a phone now with Xbox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is this a landing or a touch and go, Mark?
This is a full stop landing, guys.
Gear down.
Joe, just a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. How much, when you're designing an airport, how much bandwidth limit do you have in terms of the assets that actually go into and the limitations on the detail that you can go to before it tips the sim over and it affects the FPS seriously? And how do you balance that?
Getting ready for a landing?
Yeah, that's a topic that comes up quite a lot, actually. It's a very difficult balance to find.
Gear down?
There's a few ways,
Landing lights
two
on.
main ways you can make assets. One of them is to fully unwrap the model and paint it and have like a 4K texture for the whole model that you put in, and it's really nice because you can get some really realistic effects when you paint on grunge around buildings and loads like that. And the other way that lots of people generally do is repeating textures. So you'll have one image which will span across, say, like the building, and if it's a large hangar, that's why sometimes you can see like a large corrugate, panel, which is absolutely humongous, and it looks very clean and repetitive and things like that. So it's a mixture of the two, because one of them, the latter, is very sharp and high res compared to the
Watch that
first,
tree.
but then the first is more realistic. So we balance the two methods initially, and then we try and just throw as much as we can at it, really, and then tone it down after, so to try and squeeze out all the performance we can.
That's very interesting.
Flaps away.
I'm certainly looking forward to some of your other products that are coming out later this year, and I'm certainly being very impressed with the Oxford airport that I bought a couple of months ago. It's a lovely job, that.
Nose diving along the ground.
What's going along on the nose?
Mike, that's some pretty impressive taxiing there, aerobatic taxiing.
Great.
Okay, guys, if we want to taxi to the end of the grass runway, because we're going to be taking off from the hard surface from this end. Okay, so we are now at Booker. Once again, it's an RAF, ex-RAF airport, established, I think, 1941. And a little bit of trivia for you. This is where the film, Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines, was filmed.
That's cool.
Because it's only about 6 miles away from Pioneer Studios.
I don't think he made it.
I have to yaw this.
We've just flown over Pioneer Studios as well.
It's amazing seeing all these aircraft just coming in here.
And another bit of trivia was that RAF High Wycombe was HQ Strike Command.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that. Okay, guys, the next leg, we're off to London, Oxford. Echo Golf Tango Kilo. Course is 305 degrees. Distance 23 nautical miles, so again 10-12 minutes. We're landing runway 19. It's a hard surface. Altitude is 246 feet. I should have mentioned this earlier, but don't forget to press the B key. Set your altitude.
B key?
The B key will set your barometer.
Ah, right.
3027.
That's exactly what I've got, 3027. My goodness, there's some dodgy flying going on over here.
25. Let's see how I will get this bird back in the air. It's always a handful.
Okay,
I have
guys.
no idea what you're talking about, Mark.
Okay, guys, let's head off, and let's head off to Oxford. Joe, thank you very much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. It's been great. You're more than welcome to hang around if you want.
Yeah, I can stay around for another half hour.
Oh, brilliant.
So, yeah.
You can witness more exceptional piloting then.
I can, yeah. I would have joined, but my PC with all of the setup is in the office and I'm at home, so sadly I can't.
Well, I'm lined up behind a Spitfire, so I'll be able to see what sort of takeoff we get. Let's see how good that is.
Oh God! Oh God!
Always an adventure.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
You better get that rudder in.
Joe, out of curiosity, one,
wow,
what is
that's a
your
good
favourite
takeoff.
airport, and two, how long did it take to do the Oxford airport?
Ooh, that's difficult. Favourite is definitely.
Tony Dog Zero, yeah, we're missing you. We wondered where you were. Great to have you on the next flight. You're always welcome, my friend.
Well, and especially at night time, when the glass, you can see the rain come down the glass and it's all lit up inside. I think it's quite a cool environment to be in. So I mean, I don't have a favourite. I'm not, but it's definitely one. Oxford. How long did that take? That was definitely a few months. So again, we had a tour from airport staff. They were really, really kind and helpful. We kind of had a tour around all of the airport. That was before the new hangars were built. I think there is. I'm not sure what companies have moved in, but there's some extra large hangars that they've since built since we've visited. But yeah, we had a tour around. It took a while to make, but yeah, collected loads of reference material. It's a very nice airport, Oxford. Yeah.
So, how many people have you got in your team?
So there's two of us that are full time. It's myself and Jack, and then there's someone else as well who is kind of part time now and again and helps out when they have availability with other bits.
So like three of you to do this big series. It's amazing.
What's the heading, Mark? I've lost everybody's name tags.
Okay,
Yeah, I've done the same. Everybody's just appeared for me.
We are doing a heading of 305 degrees. It's 23 nautical miles, so about 10-12 minutes again. We're landing runway 19, and we're heading to Echo Golf Tango Kilo, London, Oxford.
Thank you, sir.
How much did you decrease?
305.
Yeah, I've lost everybody too, not one person.
Yeah, I lost it. I thought I was worried for a minute, but everyone's got the same.
I think we've killed the server,
You're
Mark.
back.
They're hiding.
I've still got people visible. I'm not sure how many. I can see Squid, Moser, Bouldersim. I can see Rarin Tuna. I can see.
Oh, everybody's disappeared. Now.
Yeah, everybody's just gone when I took off.
I thought it was me.
I thought it was you
also
too.
lost everybody currently.
I mean that's why I changed to West Europe, because we were having this problem with North Europe, weren't we? So I thought West Europe might be a bit more reliable, but clearly not.
No. I had exactly the same problem in our community flight yesterday, and we were on Western Europe. Half of the flight I didn't see anybody, but they have seen me.
I could see all of you behind me as you were talking about it, and then I looked again, and you're all gone.
Yeah, I've lost everybody as well now.
Can we do a change?
Yeah.
Can we do a change over north?
I think let's just stay as we are, because they will come back.
Yeah, said it.
Yeah.
Said it. They will come back.
Because there's some people that
Yeah,
are
he's coming
flying with us that are probably not on voice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
I've got.
Yeah, it's starting to come back. Behind me, I'm seeing
back.
6 people. Yeah. I've got to go ahead. I chose the wrong aircraft. I was confused kilometers an hour with knots. So I'm in the Junkers, so I did a bit more go.
Oh, are you the person in the Junkers?
I'm in the Junkers.
Oh, I wondered. I thought, geez, that guy didn't read the notes, clearly.
I did read the notes. And I checked the aircraft.
Junkers.
Yeah, I checked the notes, but I might stupid beaddled drugs-filled head state. I got confused between knots and kilometers an hour.
We'll let you off this time.
Okay.
I just put the pedal to
I
the metal.
can see you again.
Hey, Mark.
Sorry, say again?
Hey, Mark, it's Pipo. What distance do you got to Tango Kilo?
Right now, where I am.
Yeah, how much? I got 14.6 left.
Yeah, I got 16.1.
All right, and what's your speed?
141.
All right.
And you should be able to see on your right-hand side Oakley Microlight. No?
I see it.
Hang on.
Yep.
I'm 9 miles out.
No, I'm slightly, yeah. In fact, we're heading almost directly towards Oakley Microlight. Would help if I was on the right heading as well.
And left-hand Chargrove.
London Oxford, you'll see, will probably be labelled Kidlington.
Yeah. 22 kilometres roughly.
Yep, that's good.
What,
Yes,
run-
going Kidlington.
what runway, Mark?
We are landing runway 19. So it's, again, left-hand traffic. So keep the airport on your left and fly to the right, keeping the airport on the left, and use that as your base and then turn into final. This was RAF Kidlington. London Oxford is now, I believe, privately owned. And it hosts one of the world's largest pilot training centres, I believe. It's not as important in the UK aviation as it used to be. In 1968, it was the second busiest airport in the UK, with only 10% less traffic than Heathrow. Can you believe that, eh? Wow.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's incredible, yeah.
And it's not spotter friendly, I'll tell you that for starters.
Yeah, not far from the airport is Blenheim Palace, which is the home of Winston Churchill, and shown very nicely in the sim as part of the UK update.
Ah.
Can I just say, somebody who's on the stream, you've got quite a lot of talking or noise behind you, Guy, and it's coming through. If you can just be aware of that.
You've been talking about Blenheim Palace. Was that also included in the airport scenery?
No, I think that was part of the UK update.
Okay.
If you get a chance to visit it, it's a great day out.
I've been there.
What's that, Blenheim?
Yeah, superb place.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I've lost everybody again.
Oh, I've got everyone back. I can see everyone
Yeah,
again.
I've got everybody back, yeah.
Yeah, same here. They're still here.
I'm assuming that I'm going to lose them. As soon as somebody says I've lost everyone, I'm like, I'm fine. And then a couple of minutes later, happens to me.
Super Dog Box. I got Black Sky UK, Tyler John. Quite a few of them.
I've not done it, but a good flight is meant to be from Glasgow to Barra Airport because you land on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yes.
That's one for the Twin Otter.
I did that, yeah.
I love that Scottish accent. Who was that talking there?
Fracker one.
Fracker one. Oh, I love that accent, Lodi. That's great. That's great. Keep it up.
Just passing by Oxford, which has some of the best photogrammetry scenery that's going. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? The open countryside. The fields.
Is it a full stop landing also?
Say
Are
again?
you like Dunfermline way, Fracker?
Is it a full stop landing?
Yep. It's a full stop landing at London Oxford, and then it's the longer leg after that, and we start adding in a bit of entertainment as we're going to go under the Severn Bridge or over, depending on your preference, and then we're then going to buzz the Clifton Suspension Bridge, and then go on to land at Bristol.
That sentence wasn't
Somebody asking me a
entirely correct,
question.
Mark. I think at the end of it you should have had except Tunesy.
Why?
Somebody was asking if he came to Dunfermline.
Except Tunesy, you can barely even see the yoke in front of him.
I can't hear you, Matt. My headset's fucking my headset's bad. I keep on forgetting.
That's
I can't
enough for that, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'll be editing this tomorrow.
sorry. I just realised what I was about to say.
Fluent Glaswegian there.
Double hockey sticks.
My
What I
headset's...
said was somebody was asking if he came to Dunfermline way.
No, I'm on the Scottish borders. So I'm just on the border with England. It's about half an hour away.
I can't see the strip. It all looks the same color.
Oh, going too slow.
I have to fly over to see which direction it's pointing.
Well, nearly tried to land at Blenheim then. Beautiful.
What's the identifier of the airport we're heading toward?
Kidlington.
Yeah, the label will be
Golf
Kidlington.
Tango Kilo. Echo Golf Tango
That garden
Kilo.
is landable.
That's
isn't
what
it?
I needed. Echo Golf Tango Kilo.
That is easily landable, that garden on Blenheim.
I still can't see anybody, but please remind me which runway we're landing on.
Now I see. Oh,
1919. Thanks.
Which I've just overflown, so doing a quick
Somebody's
about turn.
nosedived it.
All right.
We're flying-
Yeah, it's hard to
we're going-
see in this light.
We're taxiing at the end and coming back up.
Just fly.
I sure wish they would figure out this problem with hearing the engine of other planes inside your cockpit when they're nowhere near you.
Yeah.
Somebody's flying a biplane or something, and when they're in the air, that's all I can hear.
It's the big Sager wing.
But then once they land, I don't hear it.
Gear down. First stage of flaps.
Yeah, you can hear every throttle reduction and so forth.
Yeah, I can't. The Diamond engine is so quiet that when I've got this other one going, I can only hear their throttle.
Yeah, I agree. The Diamond engine is very quiet, isn't it?
Very quiet, yeah.
And particularly for a twin prop, it's. I wonder if it's like that in the real world. I guess it is.
They sound almost electric. Yeah, because there's a service centre at Gamston, and I live literally, I'm about a quarter of a mile from the end of the runway at East Midlands, and they quite often come over here when they're doing testing, and they sound very distinctive, and I say very quiet, and almost like an electric buzz.
Wow.
I was just off the 27 threshold at about 3 o'clock this afternoon at East Midlands.
Oh, were you up on the bank?
Yeah, I've never actually been there before, but yeah, you should come off this roundabout and then take a left, and yeah, it's nice actually. Just on the way home.
So they're on 09 at the minute. So if you
Yeah,
go
that's
to the
right.
you've got a bank on the 09 end, so they either come over you as well. It's
That's
quite
not
cool.
a good
Yeah,
landing.
I wanted to get a few snaps of them taking off. That's all. So
I still
yeah,
can't
worked
see
well.
anybody.
I still can't see anybody though.
Nor can I.
I don't see anybody. I just see the strip though, so that's helpful.
That does make me wonder if I landed at the right airport.
Let's taxi
Yeah.
to the other end of the runway, and we'll take off in the opposite direction, guys. You know, I think this West Europe service worse than North Europe.
So we are.
Oh, I thought I saw
starting
someone then, but
from
it was actually a
south to
truck
north.
going past.
From south to north. Was it?
Yeah, runway 01.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you.
If I had $1 for every time the little clip that holds the cable on the G2 headset fell off, I'd be very rich by now.
Mine,
30 seconds with that.
mine thankfully finally broke, and I ended up printing finding 3D prints and printed 3 different ones and put them all on.
Yeah, get them off Thingiverse.
Excellent.
Duct tape, Jeff.
Cable tie.
I'm using a
Yes,
half
pretty
inch
cable tie.
Pro.
I've got the Steel Series 9Xs, and they keep on cutting out all the time. It just disconnects my sound off my Xbox.
Oh,
Disconnects all the time. It's useless.
Well, that was who's that in the A320? Oh, it's just Marky. Lovely, Mark.
Are you guys still at Oxford, or are you already in the air?
Just
No,
landed.
we're on the ground at Oxford.
I'm still on the ground.
Ah. Yeah. Ah, you're starting to appear again.
That's their soul.
Oh, did I speak too soon? I can see GB, Tunesy, Joe Souza, Galantalo. Oh, I did.
You can't see me circling the airfield.
Paulie Moss, I can see.
I'm just because I've got a really good ping on West Europe as well.
Oh wait, I had my don't show any British simmers on.
That makes sense, sir.
Problem. Let me toggle that. Oh, there you are. All right.
I just jumped on the North server and back to the West server and see everyone again.
I think my setting is show only Finn.
Just filter out the Russians.
Is everybody down, or is some people still to get down?
I'm down, but I'm not seeing anybody.
No,
I'm
down. I'm really down. Down on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm done. North server.
But I still need to mix another drink.
Okay, well, I'll wait for you.
I'm at the threshold of 01, but I don't see anyone. Is that where we're taking off?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can see some aircraft, but not all.
I see a bunch of AI aircraft, but there's no names on top of them.
I've got about 20 aircraft at 01.
Back in.
I've got an aeroplane above me, obviously ready to take off. It's just floating in midair.
Yeah, he's obviously got the scenery, PilotPlus scenery.
Yeah, but now as I pull back, using the camera, now everybody appears.
Interesting.
The
Very
stupid
lucky.
bus, it's like cut me off. I was going around him and he turned right in front of me. Where are heat seekers when you really
Bristol,
need them?
Steve, we're on the West Europe server,
On the
my friend.
845. 145.
The server is being a bit
I'm right over by the
iffy.
control tower. Can anybody see me here? Skytrex?
I can't. I'm still at the beginning.
Bang!
Yeah, sorry, I only see some cars driving on the highway.
Can't see
There
this guy.
are so many people in the flight today. Mark, do you know how many?
I know we've got 56 in the event voice channel, so I'm gonna guess we.
Oh man!
I'm gonna guess we probably got about 65 or 70 people today.
Is this a record?
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's
Yeah.
a black round thing with a hole in the middle.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go. We're gonna go on to the last leg shortly, but before we do, I want to tell you about the next fly-in, if I can.
Yes.
Every now and again, we'd like to do something different, as you're aware, and the next fly-in is going to be very different. I'm not going to be able to stream it, unfortunately, for those who like to watch, because I'm going to be flying in VR, and watching VR is not an easy experience, not a very enjoyable experience very often when you're not in the VR yourself. So I won't be streaming it, guys.
It means we can swear.
It means you can swear. It's going to be on Sunday the 10th of April, guys. So it's only 3 weeks away, because we've had quite a big gap. It's going to be on the 10th of April. Now, the title of the fly-in is Panic in Panama. Okay? But there's a couple of twists. First of all, there's no flight plan. Okay? You will just be given you'll be told the airport that we're starting from, and I'll also tell you the airport that we'll be landing at, but nothing in between. And your aircraft selection is going to be a lot tighter than normal. You're going to have an ultralight or microlight.
Very good.
Top rudder.
How about a helicopter?
You know, a helicopter could do. Cruise speed is 55 miles an hour. And you're going to find your route by follow the leader. You're going to follow me. And we're going to be landing in some semi-challenging areas as we follow the Panama Canal up from one end of the Panama Canal right through to the other end of the Panama Canal. So it's ultralight or microlight. I'm going to be in the Top Rudder 103 solo. There's no flight plan. The total distance, guys, is 42 nautical miles in the Top Rudder 103.
How many days?
In the Top Rudder 103, that'll take us about 13 hours. No, I'm joking. It's probably going to be about I'm going to guess something like a minute, hour and a half to an hour and 3/4 flight. But it's going to be fun and some challenging landings. Because you can plonk microlight down anyway. You don't have to use the Top Rudder 103. Any microlight or anything that can go at that speed, or a helicopter's good too. Okay. Okay, so we're on to our last leg, guys. This leg has a number of stages to it. Initially, we are heading on a heading of 256 degrees, 51 nautical miles. And that's going to take us to the first Severn Bridge, which the Severn Bridge divides England from Wales. And you can fly under it or you can fly over it. Don't attempt to fly under the second Severn bridge because you won't make it. Yeah, it just doesn't let you fly under it. Then from there we're going to turn in towards Bristol Airport, but we're going to head to the Clifton suspension bridge, which again in the flight plan, and that's on a heading of 178. It's only it's less than 10 nautical miles from the Severn bridge, and there the challenge, guys, is to fly under the suspension bridge, and then it's a very short hop, last leg to Bristol International, which is again only about 5 nautical miles. So first stage, guys, I'm going to climb a lot higher this time because it's a longer trip. I'm going to climb to 5,000. We're off to the Severn bridge, heading 256. We're departing runway 01 at Oxford. Let's go.
Roger. Mark, if we have to follow you next fly, and what if we can't see you like today?
I'll give, yeah, good point actually. Yeah.
Hopefully that
Just
won't
go by
happen.
headings.
Yeah.
You can give us manual instructions.
Yeah, I could give manual instructions, or if you prefer, guys, I was just thinking of something different. If you'd prefer, I can do a flight plan as a fallback.
That's up to you. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's a valid point that you raise, actually.
Maybe you make a flight plan and we don't use it unless we need it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I can do that. I've done the flight plan, actually.
Or you can fly ahead and mark the spots with an X.
Yeah, just look for the crashed 103 solo.
I was stationed in Panama, and they do a lot of ultralight flying down there.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Oh, look at that. Everybody taking off. Oh, come on. Get your... Look at that. That's...
Guys, just checking, because I don't see anyone still. Are we still on the ground?
No, we're
Taking
up.
off now. Taking off, just in the air.
Everybody has populated in for me now.
Blenheim Palace looks fantastic.
Does look good, doesn't it? Let's just say that big long garden, almost a runway. Well, it will be a runway at some point soon.
Yeah, it looks great. Mark, we need the Panama scenery.
You don't. You can do this with the Panama scenery, or you can do it with the default. I've done the plan with the default scenery on the Xbox, so everybody can get the benefit.
Roger.
Just get my autopilot set up. Here we go.
Where's everyone gone?
Hiding.
I can see everyone.
IFR flight rules, guys. IFR.
It's,
Under the radar.
I meant verbally.
Yeah, no, I've still got everybody visual.
Visual and deaf now.
Speak up, Sonny. Bit gobsmacked by the scenery. It's looking stunning.
So I have the add-on that allows you to turn the tags on and off without going into the menu. I love it because I like to fly without the tags, but when I get lost, I turn them on. And it's not working today. I hit the key and nothing happens. For people that have that, is that something that just happens, or could it be that updates to some other add-on has broken it?
Maybe your finger's
Maybe
broken.
some add-on has broken it. I have this mod as well, and it's working very fine on my side.
Okay, guys, let's have a look. Why is the live feed not on Discord? Trip 500. It's on YouTube. You can catch it directly on YouTube. Our location, we are West Europe server, and we're heading to Bristol Airport in England. Echo Golf Golf Delta, which will be our final leg.
TO.
Yes.
Exactly.
What's it called? Can you remember?
GI mod?
It's Mugs something.
Yeah, Mugs. M-U-G-Z is... and
Okay,
it's
guys, yeah.
it's a multi-part thing. It's like he has these different UI add-ons, and in order
Mugs
to
tiny
do...
plates.
Yeah, in order to do the name tags, you do the tiny plates, I think it's called, which makes the name tags a lot smaller. And then also another one that adds the ability to turn them on and off.
Thanks, I'll look
It's
for
all
them.
explained on there, yeah.
Yeah, the tiny tags look good as well. Nice and small.
Yeah, so I know I've got, that's a really good point. I know the add-on's running because I have the tiny tags. It's just that I'm not getting the on-off.
Ah, Doberman, I can see you right behind me there.
Good man. Taken long enough.
How are you enjoying Track IR?
I love it.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I actually made that switch too, and I'm enjoying it.
Just
Is Norton's looking good?
I think we got a couple of new names, I think, at this flight. Dinky Doos, welcome to the flight. Grey Hunter as well. Whilst we're on our way, guys, can we just give a quick shout out? Who's from the UK? Just give a quick shout out.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Oh.
Hi, Golf Mike. Everybody's from the UK.
My goodness. Okay. Okay.
Just beating up the runway at Bryce.
Anybody from Europe, but not the UK?
Yeah, here.
Yes,
Germany.
Europe.
Yeah, Netherlands.
Ah,
Hey,
Netherlands, Germany, great, fantastic.
Also
And,
Germany here.
oh, welcome, welcome. And
You
right,
got Belgium too.
what about Belgium? Fantastic.
Yes,
So
that's
Sparky
me.
Sven isn't the only flight simmer from Belgium then.
His position has been usurped.
Absolutely. Sparky Sven, you're redundant, mate.
Nice.
I'm the neighbor from Luxembourg.
Oh, welcome. Fantastic.
First
And-
Luxembourger I've heard.
And from the States?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
Well,
I live in the
Frog
States.
premieres.
Well, that's great having you guys from the States. I know these times aren't always the most convenient for you guys. I really appreciate the time you take to join us.
Oh, it's great for
Retirement is a
me.
beautiful
I love
thing.
it.
Well, on the weekends, they're actually really good
Yeah,
time.
11 a.m. now that we
Yeah.
got daylight savings, so I love this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anytime we can fly in a group like this, it's great. It's convenient.
Yeah, and we've got Anthony V from Australia, Marcus Lonzo from Australia. Great to have you here. Anybody from somewhere we haven't mentioned?
Caribbean.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Cayman Islands, Grand Cayman.
Oh, wonderful.
Cool, very cool.
Hiding all your money that you've all keeping secret. I know where it is.
Vancouver, BC.
Hello,
Ah.
neighbor. Hey, Vancouver. Were you on that flight yesterday with me?
No, negative.
Oh, okay.
that's got to be Stephinder, yeah?
Roger.
I'm just down in Washington, south end of Washington, so not right next to you, but close.
Vancouver, Washington.
Yes, actually, I am.
Ah.
I didn't even think of mentioning that. I'm in Vancouver too, just the other one.
Yeah,
How's
my
the
flight
weather?
yesterday had a Canuck from Vancouver. BC.
Anybody from Canada?
That is Canada.
Yeah, the Vancouver, BC one was BC.
Okay, let me read. Anybody else from Canada? The reason I ask is I think for me personally, flying in British Columbia is my favorite bush trip area.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
The other thing I meant to mention, guys, is the May fly-in. We're going back to our bush flying roots.
Ooh, nice.
And it's the one I've been threatening you with for quite a while. It's going to be STOL aircraft only, and it's going to be very short hops through the mountains of Idaho.
It sounds great.
There are a lot of good free stall planes and the airports.
Yeah, it's
like bush airports too. Free.
They're all bush and they're
Bush
very
League
short
legends.
hops, and yeah, exactly. And it's a real challenge. It was the first community flight I did with a couple of friends, and what an initiation to flying that was.
My first flight was also a bush flight. It was a lot of fun.
The first third-party add-on I got was the bush flight.
Todd watching from Ontario, Canada. And Chris Sawyer. Oh, that's fantastic. Thanks very much for joining us. And Paul Martina. London. Fantastic.
Whoever the guy is that did that.
Grant Palmer.
That's the one. I can
Covered
recommend
on
those
42.
those two aircraft, and the airports and the sceneries are fantastic for the money. Really, really good.
Yes.
Plus they keep updating it.
This software is worth every penny of its money, of its price.
Really good. Stunning aircraft with the little tent and everything. Absolutely fantastic.
Are we
The
all
Savage Travel's another good one.
Are we all calm, cool, and collected and ready for World Update 8 and problem-free with Iberia?
It's famous last words. The world updates usually go okay. It's not a sim update. It's just a world update. Should be okay.
22nd, right?
Yeah.
That's
Tuesday.
like saying the Titanic mostly got there.
One thing I did want to ask, is anybody here using or has or does use the Tobii eye tracker? I'd love
Nope,
some.
not anymore.
I'd love some feedback on it. I've heard very good and very bad things, and almost nothing in the middle. So I'm just wondering if anybody had any input.
I watched
used
a few
it
of their
many years ago.
I watched a few of their videos, and I decided not to.
Yeah, it seemed a bit restrictive, didn't it?
Yep.
Hey, Vera Flight Sim is on the stream. Yay!
Is that Steve?
Mark, can I ask you a question about a video
He's
you
here.
did last week or the week before?
You can with pleasure.
You did the video of setting up the single and dual engine turbo with the thruster or reversers, and on the condition lever you set your sensitivity to 20 so it doesn't slip down to the cutoff. Do you know how to make that save?
Yeah,
No,
it
you
goes
cannot.
away all the time.
Yes,
Every
I
time
I
you
have to reset it every single time.
I know how to do it, guys. So it will save every time. And the way you do it is wait for World Update 8 because they've promised to fix it.
Was this World Update 8 or Sim Update 9?
Yeah. Or
It
maybe
makes me wonder if they fix anything in the World Update.
or maybe Sim Update 11, but it's coming. It's coming.
Okay, thanks for your expert
it's
advice.
Did you get that signed in blood, Mark?
No, it's Microsoft. There's no such thing as signing in blood.
Only your own.
Which is good, actually. I think the biggest problems they have is when they commit to releasing something and then do it anyway, even when it's not ready.
Well, it makes me feel a little better knowing that I'm not the only one having that problem. So,
Yeah, now with the beta testing, it's going better.
Well, not just the beta testing, but actually listening to the beta testers. When they
Hey, Steve, VR Flight Sim guy. Hey, folks, hope you're having a good flight. Good to see you in all Blighty. Thanks for popping in, Steve. Really appreciate it. It's about time you joined us for a flight, my friend.
But one of the big deals that they found early on, they fixed right there in the beta, and I was relieved that they seem to be taking advantage of the beta.
But once you're in the beta, you have to post it on the official forums, and then all the community vote on it, and then it goes higher on the level, and then they fix it.
Yeah.
So everything I saw, they fixed it.
Nice.
That's a Sparky.
You were missing
That's what I was
That was
thinking.
a Sparky voice. Crept in, like a little cat coming in the flat and crept in.
He's left his flat. He's left his.
Yeah. I'm looking at the live stream on my laptop without VR goggles this time.
I wondered whether it was something we said, like, you're redundant, man.
Yeah, all the stuff we said about you when you weren't here, now you're here to defend yourself.
He heard everything.
He's a character. He's always been here.
I've been a fan since day one.
Sparky, we miss you. And guys, Steve, VR Flight Sim guy, says hello to everybody.
Hello,
Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
I've told him to stop hanging around in the background, and maybe here's an open challenge on the stream for you, Steve. It's about time you got yourself a microlight and joined us in Panama. How about that?
There you go.
Cool.
The gauntlet's down.
So I wasn't paying attention. Are we supposed to be landing here?
Not on the Severn Bridge. It's going to be real ugly.
Go underneath, or you can land on bridge.
Where's the bridge?
We'd better be descending, though.
Yeah, I'm dropping like a rock right now. I recommend you guys descend to 500 feet and reaching 500 feet by the time we hit the water.
Okay, so we're not stopping at EGCR. We're just overflying it.
Nope.
But try not to hit the water.
Yeah, hit the water, check. Say that to Sparky, me, yeah, I'll hit it.
Sorry.
Time to get your feet wet.
There's no EGCR on the flight plan.
So I have the flight plan loaded up in my Diamond, and it goes past the airports that we stop at, but not really to them. And so since we just went past that one, I thought maybe we were going to stop there.
No, if we're going to head straight to the Severn Bridge.
Okay.
And then we're going to fly under that Severn Bridge or over it, depending what you want. Then we're going to turn towards Bristol International. But there's a gorge and the Clifton Suspension Bridge. We're going to go under that. That's really a fun thing to do, and then we're on to Bristol.
Okay.
Mark, did you try lately to fly under that suspension bridge?
Oh, Steve says challenge accepted, guys.
No, I've flown under it. You can fly under it. I flew under it last week.
Yeah, I
tried this one 2 times today, and I didn't manage.
Keep low.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of room under the Clifton Bridge.
Yeah, there is.
It's not an add-on, is it? Because
no,
it's like
not.
If you have the add-on, you can fly under it, but if you don't, you can't.
No.
I haven't got the add-on, and I flew under without the add-on, so you don't need the add-on.
What's the bridge near? I don't see any of you guys, so I have no idea where to look for
Bristol.
It's over the water.
It's near Bristol.
It's over the water. Thank you for that vital information.
Is it over a river?
Maybe not quite specific enough, but
over water.
Like there's Clifton.
It's a bridge. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was when it was in design. It was actually the biggest bridge in the world. What was designed at the time. Obviously, it's been superseded, but this was a Victorian bridge, so it's quite historic.
Wow.
It was a
That was
bit of a
Brunel,
game
wasn't it?
changer. Yeah, Brunel. Yeah, it's true.
It's like the Tower Bridge in
Mr. Martini, hello from Atlanta. Sorry to have missed this. Been super busy. Hey, Mr. Martini, we've missed you. Hopefully you'll catch us on the next one.
It's the same sort of fun as clipping your toenails with a chainsaw.
There is a very famous video on YouTube about a pilot who was flying a Hunter, and he took it between the spars of the London Tower Bridge. He got sacked afterwards. Believe me,
Yes,
he
I
did.
remember that.
But it's true. It's real. He did it. It was 1960 something.
He was basically bored.
Did you see that Red Bull pilot that drove or that flew through the tunnel?
Yes. You can download the scenery and do it in the sim also, and I did it.
Oh, no kidding. I've got to do that. On Flight Sim TO?
Yes, it's there.
Okay.
Did you make it, Hugh?
Yes,
Yeah,
I made it. I made it.
Yeah.
I practice that a lot, you know.
I know.
It's coming up. Here it comes.
You're near the Severn, are you?
Yeah.
Yep, I've got the Severn Bridge visual ahead of me.
I'm about a kilometre or two away yet.
I'm looking
right
everywhere
in
and I
your
don't
eye
know
as
where it is.
well. Right in your face, the sun.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
totally lost.
Very generic looking bridge.
It is. It's very, yeah, it's just a...
There is a download pack.
It's a
I'm
generic
not
looking
sure.
bridge, but it's got a unique feature that all the traffic drives across the water, along the water surface and not along the bridge.
Just noticed that.
So once you see that, those bridges are deadly to fly underneath.
So, Mark, I see a bunch of people, but not your gamer tag. Who are you near?
I'm near Richard Lodge.
He's right behind me. Right behind NC Ferrum.
NC Ferrum, yeah.
Dave H.
Oh, man. Wait a
I'm
minute.
the first one.
Once you get closer, you're not going to miss the bridge.
Okay. Everybody's spread out, so I'm looking left, right, up, down.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of groups of us. There's a group of us about 7 miles from the bridge at the moment. I think other
There's a
guys
limit
are a
of
bit closer.
50, yeah? Once you're beyond that, Microsoft splits them up.
Yeah,
I've,
I'm totally lost.
Okay. I got a visual on the bridge now. On the first bridge. Is that the fourth bridge they call?
7.
No.
They're confusing.
Over the River Severn?
What's the...
Did I
Any
make
rescue
it?
teams near?
Or did I crash? I made it.
Right, I can see the first bridge. I'm not going to go under that one. That looks
first bridge done.
Now the second bridge, don't try and go under because that's far too low and you'll crash.
Oh, really?
No, you will
That
not.
seems like a challenge.
Yeah.
I tried it. I tried it with the
Just
add-on,
gonna
and it's
pause
okay.
it there, guys, so we can.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go through upside down.
That's
on
what
a
I
knife
just
edge.
did.
Okay, this
The
is
first
good.
one you
I
can
will
do.
Not in this heavy plane.
How many of you guys are using little nav map with the transmitter?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm using FS Kneeboard. I'm using
5 or
Kneeboard.
6 of you on
That's
mine.
incredible seeing everybody
The
come
traffic
through.
is going across the bridge with the flight sim.to pack. It's actually going across the bridge as it's supposed to. That looks good.
Transmitter is highly recommended if people want to be able to see
That
other
is
people in
a
little
low
nav map.
bridge.
Oh, under the first one. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so as we head to the Clifton Suspension Bridge, if you've got a map available, or you're flying the DA62, then your second screen, you'll see that there's an inlet, and the easiest way to do it is actually fly along the coastline and then follow the inlet down to the bridge.
What inlet?
You don't have a map then?
No, I just came out of the main menu, so I'm looking at the world map. So I have no idea where you guys are now.
We are
flying
right
down the River Severn.
Yeah, we're right on next to Bristol. We're in the estuary and just flying towards the ocean, but we're going to be turning in towards Bristol Airport very shortly.
Yeah, there's a river goes up the side of Bristol. Just follow down the main river and take the first turn in on the left, as it were.
That's it.
There's a
It's
quite
an inlet.
big one.
You see two little fingers pointing northeast of it.
There are lots
I
of
don't know where
docks at the
Bristol is.
entrance.
Bristol doesn't show on this map.
You go past a bit of a dockland first.
Yep.
Bit of some docks and things, and then turn left
Nearest-
at the dock.
Nearest airport is Echo Golf, Tango Golf, and that's about 10 miles to its east.
If you can see my tag, visual purple, I've just started going up the river.
Yep.
I'm getting under the bridge right now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, this bridge is
No wonder
good.
I couldn't see you guys. You guys are all headed east. I was headed.
Sun's going down. Well, that's not. It's not quite there yet.
The flight plan seemed to have led me somewhere else. Okay.
I think I found the river.
Yeah, the flight plan will cut the corner.
So you can't fly under the bridge because you crash. Haha.
Oh, I see all of you now. Jeez, you're way over the hill.
The Clifton
Over
Bridge.
here.
Yes, you can fly under the Clifton Bridge.
Yeah.
Clifton Bridge is sparky proof.
Just didn't work for me.
I just flew under it, but I have crash damage. I have switched off.
I'm just, yeah, I have got damage off as well. I'm following.
Me too, I think.
I'm following Disco Dave in the Beechcraft down the river towards the bridge.
Me too. I'm on my way up the river too.
Those people around here who fly over it.
It's a very impressive looking bridge.
There should be a helicopter there to view all these bridge people.
You know you can lose your license when you fly under bridges. Have you been told this?
I found you. I'm spawning in on Mark.
Yeah, we got Wombleway
By the way, I
coming
have
in by the
another
looks of it.
speed in my gun sights. Guns. You
Neo,
know, guy.
Neo Smudge coming in. Neo Smudge, have you gone under the bridge already?
Nearly.
That's a no then.
That sounds like a no.
I'm following the actual river up.
I've just crashed.
Oh, there it is.
I made it.
I can see it. I'm coming in.
Yeah, I've gone under it.
Stay low and fly right in the middle between
Here
it.
we go. I'm going right under now. I'm going to try a loop around it, actually.
Fly under it inverted. That's a challenge.
Oh, it's not.
I'm gonna practice by going under the motorway first.
Whoa!
Oh. What happened?
I see it. All right, we got it here.
Coming through.
We're done. We're done.
So if the name tag disappeared this time, it's a bad sign.
Yeah, I got a clunky sound. Got a clunky sound, so I don't know if that's
And we're through.
Whoa. That was a nice move.
If you get a clunky sound and you survive, your wheels are probably back down, so you need to retract your undercarriage again.
Exactly.
Good call. Got that going under the motorway just now.
I accidentally had my landing gear down. I think that's why I survived that.
Yeah, some bridges cause that to landing gear to go down.
Oh, it caused it. Okay.
So now you're
guys don't hit the trees on the side.
I do notice a couple of floaters in the water, guys.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'll hit the bridge.
Well,
It's not that scary,
under
is
the
it,
bridge.
Sam? We're going under it.
Oh,
We made
Tunesy!
50,000.
Tunesy, you made it. There was a little bit of a bounce, but you made it.
Yeah, one of those floaters was me.
Alan
me
Paul
too.
coming through, GB coming through, the flyboy, nice. No, another floater.
Oh, GB's kind of like stopped there.
Oh, that's a left note.
Here comes Smithy, showing us how it's done. Oh,
No
nicely
pressure.
done, nicely done, my
Did
friend.
it.
Here comes Grey Hunter. Nice, nice. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
There we go.
Golf Mike is through. Nice. Marcus Lorenzo. Lonzo, I beg your pardon. You're through. Nice one.
Thanks, Mike.
Coming the other way.
Soaring Guy and Sunhawk. Alan Paul causing havoc.
Sorry, Mark. It had to be done.
Have they got the coloured houses down? Oh, yes, they have. Awesome.
Oh, sorry, guys. That is...
I'm going back the other way.
Curious Bee, interesting. Skytrex, here you come.
I hit a car.
Anthony V, nice one. Fog of War, nice one. And Alan Paul, oh, very nice. You guys are showing us how it's done. Mac Overdrive, that's over the top. That's a cheat, mate.
Yeah, I was trying to leave.
What's the shortcut to get out of the water?
Buzz MC, very nicely done.
Oh, I'm not going to pull out of this one.
Oh!
That was close. I made it.
Hang on. Wait a minute. I think there's
Nice.
a button.
Fracker 1. Lurker 49er. Gunfire. Very nicely done. Boris Bold coming through. Get down, get down. Oh, nicely done. Whoops,
Headsets
it's a
cut out
floater.
again.
All the kamikaze people there also.
Step Indus through. Nicely done.
That's my second time.
Right.
I think Boris just crashed.
Okay, guys, so the last leg we need a heading of 219.
219.
219, we're heading direct. It's only 5 nautical miles. We're heading to Bristol International. It's runway 27, hard surface, altitude 622 feet.
Another floater.
You got to fly really low under the bridge down by the water to survive, I think.
Yeah, you got to be very low.
I'm just enjoying the Bristol photogrammetry. It's been done really well.
It is really good.
It is, yeah, the harbour
It's
area
very
is great,
nice.
isn't it? Oh, that was a real hoot.
Yeah, great flight, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, superb.
Mark, I think the fact that we have 60 plus people here or whatever is a testament to how enjoyable your community flights are. They're so well prepared. They stay on schedule. You've got it all figured out, and I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Very informative as well. Very informative.
Old guys rule, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm right. Absolutely, they do.
I'm wearing my t-shirt as we speak.
I need one of those.
Do
Okay.
you need help putting it
Here
on?
we come. Here's Bristol.
I do.
You don't qualify for one unless you need help putting it on.
I need some help getting out of the water, floating.
I have trouble with my socks.
Yeah, hit the Y key, then F4, and then the Y key again.
But keep the F4 pressed so you're high enough and then
Yeah,
release.
F4, F4, F4.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Oxford not listed as a waypoint.
If you're ever on the ground like that, upside down or something, you can hit the Y key twice and it'll flip you back over.
But then you still have to take off from the water. That's not easy.
Well, that's why I said if you're on the ground.
But you do anything like that on the Xbox?
That I don't know.
Yes, you can.
Question. If you have a keyboard.
Yeah, I've got a keyboard.
Yeah, works fine.
Okay.
Are we parking up outside the tower then, Mark, on the apron there?
We are. Everybody head to park out just in front of the tower there, where it says Bristol Airport on the building. Feel free to take a shortcut across the grass. Joe's given us permission to ignore, to give us all
Take next taxiway.
to ignore all ATC instructions and just go for it. Right, landing lights
Isn't that
off.
what we do anyway?
Exactly. If there was ATC, they would just give up. They'd be like, the horde of planes, just go whenever. I don't care.
I did have somebody contact me. Hang on, just not too long ago to say that, and I'm using his words. He says, "I had the misfortune to be at an airport that your horde landed at." And he said to me, "I've never been so terrified in my life." He says, I thought the sim was crashing or something."
He was terrified. How does he think we feel?
That's great.
Yeah, you made it.
Easy on the brakes.
Yeah, thanks for a good flight there, Mark. It was really enjoyable. Fantastic.
Yeah, really good flight. Thank
I
you.
must be honest, I did get a little bit lost somewhere back there myself, but I managed to catch up with the horde, as it were.
That's just going to be the name, Mark, for your group now. It's the horde.
Yeah.
You should see what it looks like from the world map. When I was finding you guys, I was over like east of London, and then well, no wonder I can't see anybody. They went the other way. Okay.
Nice flight, Mark.
But,
just drying my trousers off after Clifton suspension bridge.
At least you guys weren't stuck at the beginning.
Yeah. No,
I can second that.
The worrying thing is he's drying his trousers off, but he didn't crash.
Yeah.
Old guys rule.
Yeah, maybe a long flight.
I downloaded your special livery, but I'm not using it, but I don't see anybody in it. I assume there's a bunch of people using it.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's quite a lot.
Yeah, just look for the pink planes.
Yeah, it's you know how the sim is. You never know if you're going to see. I thought I
download that for the Xbox. Sorry, you go.
No, I was just going to say maybe I didn't enable it in my community links. So
You also need to go to your general options traffic and
excuse me.
use generic plane models. You need to turn
right.
that off.
Yes, I am
Make
seeing
sure you have ultra set on traffic variety.
I am seeing a bunch of liveries. Just I'm not seeing
those.
that one. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can you get it for the Xbox?
Oh, no, you can't. Right? You can't do custom.
You can't.
You can. Where do you save custom liveries on the Xbox?
You cannot save anything custom on the Xbox.
No, there's
right.
You can't put third party ones.
That's
in.
what I thought. I think we were. That's what I was saying. I thought somebody said you can do it on the Xbox.
No, you can't.
From the architecture, I would say it would be possible.
Okay, guys, thank you all very much. We've just got the draw to do quickly, which I'll do without too much fanfare. So we are giving away compliments of PilotPlus, and big thanks to Joe, a copy of Bristol, Oxford, Southend, and a copy of Wickham or Booker. Now, these only qualify if you're on PC. So if you're
that's me out.
if you do win and you're on Xbox, let me know and I will substitute with an Xbox gift voucher. Okay, so we're just going to do the draw very quickly.
I'm ready.
Drum roll.
The only problem is I've forgotten how to spin it.
Drum roll.
All right.
Someone's got a glider over there.
You can do it.
Here we go.
It says click to spin.
The first winner, and they win Southend, is Dutch Airways.
Well done.
Hi.
Congratulations. Congratulations, I guess. Oh.
So we got a new location to fly to.
The next winner is Ed Star Pilot.
There you go.
Congratulations.
And
Thank you very much.
You win a copy of Wickham Air Park. Now running the third one. You can hear the drums beating.
Yes. That's the aero headset.
And
motors again.
The next winner is Nigma N1G Mike Alpha.
Hello.
What up, buddy?
Congratulations.
Oh, well done.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sorry, I missed that. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. You on PC?
Yes, I'm on PC.
Okay, great. Well done to you. And the last one, and this, oh, sorry, that is for London Oxford. And the last winner, and this is for Bristol. The winner is Quartz.
Wait.
Well done.
Hey.
Well done, Mark, thank you very much, but I've already got it.
You have.
If you'd like to spin again.
Are you happy to pass it on?
Yes, I am. Yes, it's a brilliant bit of kit.
Thank
so,
you.
yeah,
Well done,
everybody
man.
else enjoy it.
Well done, man.
So the winner of Bristol from Pilot Plus is Jim, Wobbliest Aced 5-3.
Hey.
Well done, mate.
Congrats,
Well
Jim.
done, Jim.
Congratulations. Well done.
Congrats, okay.
All winners.
Jim, you there?
Thank you, Mark. Brilliant.
Shoot Mark your emails, and I can process that through our shop. Just pass it on to Mark, and we'll deal with the rest.
Yeah. So, guys, what I need you to do, drop me a personal message on the Discord. And I need your name, first and surname, and I need your email address, which I'll pass on to Joe. And then once the orders are set up for you, you'll be advised and you can go and just download it from the Pilot Plus site. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks for a good flight.
Awesome.
Night
Mark.
all.
Everybody, that's great. Make
Cheers.
sure,
Thanks,
just
Mark.
remember,
Thanks,
get your ultralights ready, guys. 10th of April.
All right.
Excellent.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you to everybody on the stream as well. It's been great having you as part of it.
Thank
and
you.
I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
See you in April.
Good night, Jim.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
See you all.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Take care.
See you.
Everybody.
Bye.